Episode number 7, the good, the bad, and ugly of the speakers and trainers in the Asian market. I love this episode because that is something that I've heard just a few months ago. Some of you may know that I'm currently studying the stuff of Dan Lok, the king of high ticket sales. And he is born in Hong Kong. He migrated to Canada at the age of 14. I'm not talking about Sifu in this episode, but I just want to say something about God trainers. Now, if you feel that I'm talking to you, I mean this because that is a total disrespect. The reason why episode 7 is up is because I've heard a few months ago, God trainers said to their students, well, this guy is not a real deal. This guy from Canada is not a real deal because whatever he teaches doesn't apply. He is from Canada. He's not in Asia. He doesn't know what you guys want. If you recall what I've said in episode 2 about the fact that the God trainers would tell you, hey, these guys are not real deals because they don't know what they don't know about you guys. I know better than them. It's exactly an extension of what I said in episode number 2. Why? In the first place, ask 2 questions and you will know straight away. 1, why would that God trainer make that statement? Again, is it coming from scarcity mindset? Probably yes. Remember, I always said that never ever put other people down. You can say how good you are, but that is it. You can back up by any proof of success. You can say anything you want, but never ever put other people down for that reason. Because if you say you're operating in an abundant mindset, then why do you make such statements? So scarcity mindset behind the scene, but saying on stage being abundant, hello, that is totally, come on man, it's not making sense to me. Okay, so this is one thing. And second thing, ask yourself, have you ever embraced the opportunity of the other speakers? Yes, he is from Canada, but he is teaching something that is called a high income skill, a skill that can be applied regardless of where you live, where you stay. And I am qualified to say that because I am Sifu student. I can make that observation because I have already done that. So if you have to ask, like, is that guy a good deal? Well, I'm qualified to say that because I have already embraced the product, the service. I have actually got a success story for myself. But many times, if a prospect comes to me and he asks the question, so is he a real deal? I would say, well, I don't know. I don't know whether it's a good deal, it's a real deal or not, because unless you give a try, unless you're really to embrace the product and work on the principles that he is going to teach you, nothing is going to work. And that's how frank I am. Some of the people who have come to the same circle as I do actually have been framed that way, because the investment amount is not a lot. However, it is still a decent sum to invest, and I don't like people who come to me and see that so-called money-making opportunity eventually make no money because they don't do any work. Have I seen that kind of things before? Yes, of course. Do I feel bad about it? Well, who cares? Because at the end, if the other people have money to spend and they choose to work on the principles their way, creating no results for them, it's none of my business. I've already done my part to warn them that you've got to commit to yourself, that spending time working on the principles. If not, nothing will happen. Now, I'm qualified once again. I'm qualified to say that because I have been through the process. But on the other hand, if the God trainers make that kind of statement, you've got to really think about twice. Why? God trainers haven't been through the process. What he is telling the students, their students becomes opinion. In the previous episode, I talked about the fact that opinions carries no value. When the God trainers make that kind of statement, oh, that guy is from Canada, he doesn't know what you guys need. I do because I live in Singapore, I live in Malaysia, I live in Thailand, I live in Cambodia, so I know you guys better than these guys do. Come on, this is an opinion. And that opinion is coming from the God trainer's mouth because of scarcity. So beware of these kind of things that happens in the Asian market. some God trainers actually make that statement saying that these guys are not real deal, but I do because I know you because I live here. Come on. I was laughing behind the scene. And another conviction as to why I wanted to do this episode is that if the God trainers ever want to put my seafood down, I'll just warn you right now, there will be 2,600 people from 100 countries who will come to your social media and give you a nice lecture. The global movement of seafood has happened before. There are few people got it. So beware of who you attack and do your due diligence first. Because if you just do one thing silly, imagine your Facebook timeline is being cleaned up or washed by 2,600 people from 100 countries. Good luck. Okay? So don't say that I didn't warn you, and never say something like that, especially you talk about seafood. Really, you have to do your homework. All right? So thank you for watching episode 7. And once again, if you haven't watched the last 6 episodes, go back and watch it, because that gives you some more examples of how you can smell if someone is a God trainer. All right, so I'll see you in episode number 8. But before I conclude, remember, if you have any comment, questions, do it below. I look forward to seeing you in episode number 8. Once again, Wong here signing off. I'll see you in episode number 8.